So, I've got another funny coven story for you. So, years ago, we as a coven did a public ritual for the local networking group. It used to be called WRCF, the Wiccan Religious Cooperative of Florida. And when we did it, there was probably about 350 people that showed up to go do the Sabbat with us. And in this specific Sabbat, I was the high priest, but I was also the lord of the underworld. And long story short, I had this big horn not statue, but horned headdress on, and a cloak, and a big staff with a candle lit on top of the staff, and I had my pentacle ring on, and of course my pendant, etc. And I'd say, as people were coming in, I'm standing there already, Dark Lord, and about the 10th person in or so was a good friend of mine, and she loves to be silly, and she bowed and genuflexed in front of me and grabbed my hand and kissed my pentacle ring, right? And I was just like, oh, stop it, you silly, right? And I pulled my hand back. And the next person is also a friend, and they did the same thing. Guess what happened? All 350 people insisted on grabbing my hand and kissing my pentacle ring. I felt like the Pope or something. It was so bizarre. They were lemmings, that I think it's a lemming where the creatures run off the cliff and they all die. That's the myth anyway. They just followed suit, and I kept pulling my hand back and trying to hide it under my cloak, and they went fishing. They went under that cloak. They were going to get that hand and kiss my ring no matter what, come hell or high water. They were showing their respect to the Dark Lord. That was not meant to happen, and that was not meant to be. And the first person who did it, she did it out of kindness, but she was also being silly, and it just happened. So here I am being kissed on the ring like the Pope or something. It was just kind of bizarre and silly. So yeah. Can't make this stuff up.